I would like to share a technique today with other quilters and embroiderers for creating what is known as a quilting knot. When I was a little girl, my mother taught me to make a knot the old-fashioned way where you spun the thread, pulled it through, and tighten the knot. But the trouble with that as a method is you have to set your needle down while you mess with the other end, and that leaves it open to you might drop your needle, it might come unthreaded, which is a real pain if it was hard to thread in the first place. So the beauty of a quilter's knot is you never have to set the needle down and lose track of it. Now, I'm a former Boy Scout leader, and in the Boy Scouts, a lot of times they teach the kids how to do knots by teaching them little rhymes or metaphors to help them remember what happens. And so that's what I'm going to do here. When I show this to students, oftentimes this is the way I display it. Okay, you've got a dog. The needle's your dog. You've got a tail. The dog has a tail. What you're going to do is you're going to have the dog chase its tail and catch it. It's going to grab its tail, wrap it 3 times around its nose, and then leap through. And there you have a nice knot down at the end of your thread. I like to trim the tail to about a 1/4 inch. And that helps you from having a lot of frayed ends out there. And just to kind of reiterate this maybe step by step a little better, what you're doing is you're having the dog meet its tail, grab its tail. The dog is not laying next to the tail. If you tried to do a knot this way, you wouldn't get a knot because it would be a slip knot and just pull out completely. So the dog has to actually catch its tail. And then the other key factor is you wrap it however many times you need for the size of thread that you're working with. For embroidery thread like this, I usually do 2 or 3 wraps. If it was quilting thread or sewing thread, I might do 6 wraps, 5 or 6. But whatever the case is, you wrap it appropriately. And then the other key is these loops around the needle have to be clasped in your fingers and you have to hold on to them all the way down. Do not release them. And that is how you can form a nice, neat knot down at the base of your thread without ever putting down your needle. So that's my tip for the day. Thanks for listening.